What's cracking, motherfuckers? Wait till somebody usually pops in right away. At least one or two people. We on it tonight, though. We on it tonight. I don't know why there's a shadow there from the phone, but it's kind of weird, right? Let's go this way. Should we go this way? Go this way. YouTube's crazy. It's weird. It's crazy, but it's weird in the sense that I'm wait for someone comes in. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everyone feeling? On the East Coast, I believe it's probably like maybe 10 or 11. On the West Coast, I believe it's about 8 or 9, whatever it is. I think it's 8 o'clock here, so it's probably 7 on the West Coast. I'm 30 minutes later than I thought I would be, but I'm here nonetheless, okay? We here. We could talk whatever you want to talk about. We can get into whatever anyone wants to talk about. Drop a comment when you come in. Drop a like when you come in. Just keep it rolling. We don't got nobody up in here right now, but we're going to wait till someone pops in, then we'll get rolling. Let's share this. Share this motherfucking video. So long as it's ever taken me to get a viewer, which is weird. I don't know, but I got some hate today on YouTube. And it's weird because from time to time, as YouTubers, I wouldn't classify myself as a dedicated YouTuber, right? Like someone who constantly on YouTube, right? Because I'm not. I have a life. But I do try to post daily. I do try to post whether it be Raider stuff or shit that's going on. Who's up in here? Whoever's up in here, drop a comment, drop a like. Let me know who it is. Is this Big Mo? What's up? Christopher Summers. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, Christopher Summers. Hey, what's cracking, man? What's up? How you doing this evening? I don't know who you are, but yo, Christ is King. Salvo Fox. Christ is King. Yo, what's cracking, Christopher Summers? I don't know who you are, but yeah, I've just been getting hate today on YouTube. And it's weird how people will make fake profiles. They call them burner accounts, right? I don't have any burner accounts. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. But I don't have no burner accounts. But somebody got on my YouTube and one of my old videos, right? One of my old videos that I made like a year and a half ago, and they commented on there and they said, who gives a fuck about what you're saying anyways, bro? And I'm like, that video's got over 3,000 views, so obviously somebody watched it. So I had an interaction with the person. But my point is, whenever I get hate on YouTube, it's always from a profile that doesn't have no subscribers, has no views, no videos. Sometimes they're new accounts, sometimes they're old. But the one common denominator about these accounts, it's always a name having to do with God or Christ, right? The 3 times I've gotten random hate out of nowhere, the channels have something to do with God or Christ. And to me, that's telling me it's somebody who knows me and they're kind of ratting themselves out without ratting themselves out, if you feel what I'm saying. I don't know. Chaos Clutch, what's up, bro? You got a question? What's cracking? I'm just talking about motherfuckers hating on YouTube with their burner accounts. You know what I'm saying? The way it is, bro, the way I am, I'm old school. If you got a problem with somebody, let the motherfucker know you got a problem. If you ain't gonna let them know, then shut the fuck up. You know, you ain't got no balls, then it is what it is. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers get on YouTube with their burner accounts and shit. You know what I mean? W's for Jews, eh? Damn. We living in some tough times for sure. We are living in some tough fucking times. But anyways, the common denominator in these burner accounts on YouTube that've been hating on me the last couple of years that just pop up and they just talk random stuff and then they leave. And the common denominator always has something to do with God or Jesus. And I'm like, I like to point out with these burner accounts that have their usernames or something about, you know, Seahawks, they're pretty good, bro. Darnold's tearing it up. Chaos, Clutch, Darnold and Seahawks, Smith and Jigba, whatever his name is, and all them, they're tearing it up. They're pretty good. They're doing fairly well right now. But when it comes to the burner accounts, right? These motherfuckers, the ones that fuck with me, always have a name pertaining to Jesus or God. And today there was this dude talking about God saved me was the name of his channel, and his soul, Christ soldier or whatever the hell it was. And the dude proceeded to run his mouth in the comments. And I checked him real quick. I said, you're supposed to be a man of God and you're talking shit to me, talking about who really gives a shit about what you're saying, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking shit to me. You're supposed to be a man of God. Like, that doesn't tell me you're a man of God. That tells me you're someone else hiding behind that, hiding behind the church, hiding in the church. And that's a conversation I want to have with folks. What do you think about churches and how people hide behind them and how people can change their lives around, but some people will have the most heinous fucking crimes? Yes, sir. Salvo Fox, you are correct. Is that Kalian? Hello, what's up, Kalian? I think I said your name right. But is it me, or do a lot of these people that used to commit crimes and do all kinds of shit, some of them hide behind the church, right? To me, it's a joke. To me, it's bullshit. They use the church to their advantage so they don't get judged because God forgives everybody. But there's some of these motherfuckers with the most heinous of crimes. They've done stuff to kids and to women and shit like that, kidnapping women, beating up kids, doing worse shit to kids and women. And yet I find themselves, when I see them, they're in these churches and they're getting accepted and they're getting pushed to the forefront and helping all these people, and they're around all these kids and they're around all these women. And it's like, I get it. People deserve a second chance. But in my book, in my book, you hurt a kid, you hurt a woman, or you're anybody that has nothing coming to them, to me, you don't get a second chance. To me, forgiveness is not going to come to your doorstep. I'm not going to offer you forgiveness. I'm not God. God forgives. I don't. But that's what I don't get about some of these churches. That's what I don't get about some of these congregations and some of these organizations that are supposed to be, we're living in Christ. We're God-forsaken people. We love Jesus Christ. Christ is Savior, right? And you go to these churches and you see some of these people and you're like, I know that dude and I know that dude and I know his history. And I know some of the dirty shit that he's did to women and kids. And you see him in the church being accepted by the church, sometimes running the churches. And where I come from, nah, you do some shit to kids or you do some shit to women like that, or anyone, but especially them, you don't get a second chance. You don't get forgiveness. And that's just me. If I'm being too rough and too harsh. Yup, we do play them, right? No, we play them next year, right? That's what's up. That's what's up, Chaos Clutch. Kalian. That's right. Merc with a mouth. What's up, Merc? Kalian, Salvo Fox, Chaos Clutch. No. Fuck the Colts, bro. Fuck, you mean the Colts, like the football team, or Colts, like Colts and shit? Because, I don't fuck with Colts, bro. Like, I'm not into that. But that's what I'm talking about when it comes to some of these churches. That some of these churches are more like cults than they are churches. Some of these churches are ran more like organized crime than they are like brothers or people living in Christ. And I think people are failing to see that. But if you look around in your local churches, wherever you may live, yes, religious cults. No, I'm not into them, but I know of them and I know people that are involved in them. And there's many, many, many religious cults for sure. Yeah, fuck the Colts, bro. They fucking whooped us. So you know me, fuck the Colts. And so, is it me, or lately we're seeing a lot more people run into the church? Why is it always the women too that are going out Friday, Saturday night, and then Sunday they're in the church begging for forgiveness? Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week, they're doing the same thing. Then they're in church begging for forgiveness. Now, I'm not saying everybody in churches is bullshitting and they're just using it as a cover, but I'll guarantee you in every church, there's a percentage, might be more than you would probably expect, that are hiding. Spanx Contreras, what's up, Spanx? You're a Colts fan? Hey, only reason I said fuck them, bro, because they whooped our ass. But as far as like anything personal against the Colts, I got nothing personal against the Colts. It's the fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Broncos, and fuck the Chargers. Those are the teams that I can't stand. Hey, but the Colts whooped our fucking ass. Respect to the Colts, bro. I got to admit, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, that offensive line, the defense, they're looking pretty good right now. But they kind of fall in the same category for me as Seattle. You know, it's kind of new. You know, they're kind of good and they weren't expected to be good and they're doing their thing. So now the second half, you know, these next 10 games, when it comes to Seattle and the Colts and other teams that are doing well that we didn't expect for them to do well, like the Niners with all their injuries, we're going to see if this is for real, right? We're going to see if the Colts, the Hawks, Niners, we're going to see if these guys are for real with the next 10 games. Yeah, you do. Oh, is that right? You guys got Gardner. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys, oh, fuck, I forgot. You guys traded for Sauce Gardner yesterday, right? Am I right, Spanx? It's so funny how you're switching between subjects. Hey, bro, we touch on everything here. I just talk whatever folks want to talk about, I'll talk about, and I'm mixing whatever I'm talking about with it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, King 7? Hey, what's cracking, bro? How you doing, King 7? My Northern California homie right there. Hey, man, King 7 got some good shit, too, on his YouTube. If you're into the old freestyle stuff and the music side and some conspiracy stuff, King 7 got some good shit on his channel. Yeah, Spanx. Yeah, Chaos, you know what I mean? I just, whatever you guys want to talk about, bro, what's on your guys' minds? I appreciate it, King 7. Thank you for tapping in, bro. I was just talking about King 7. How I was getting hate today on YouTube. Yeah, Sauce was traded yesterday. I seen that, but I forgot who it was to, bro. You have to forgive me, man. I'm 50 fucking years old. My memory's fucking shot. Thank you, King 7. Aliens. Yeah, all the shit that's been going on, right? In Area 51, too. Of course there's aliens. And I've had my own instances with some fucking, like, alien activity coming from Vegas into Arizona right there by Interstate 40, that corridor that comes across through Williams. Me and my sister a few years ago coming home from Vegas, bro. Yeah, you're right, King 7. You're right. Yeah, for sure, bro. Anytime. Yeah, we were coming Interstate 40 coming into Arizona from Vegas, right? It was like 12:20 in the morning, a.m. midnight. Me and my sister, we were rolling through there, right? And all of a sudden, I just looked at my phone and I seen the time had stopped. And we're going. I seen the time on the car had stopped. And I told my sister after 2 minutes, I said, hey, is your phone stuck on 12:20, the time? And she looked, she goes, yeah, bro. I go, look, her phone, my phone, and the car clock was all stuck on 12:20. We started freaking out because now we're watching everything as we're going down the road. Another minute's gone by, another 2 minutes has gone by. Time is not moved. Literally for 10 fucking minutes. All time stopped there. I understand it from the phones, but why the clock on my car froze as well? Was it something that was going on? But me and her felt like something was over the car, but we couldn't see. And not necessarily something with a light, like something was just on us. And my sister was freaking out, and we're coming through the mountainside right there at Interstate 40. If you've ever been from Vegas to Arizona and you come down Interstate 40 through Williams and all that, when you get in Arizona and you come down, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's been a lot of alien activity and paranormal activity there for a while. You can look the shit up on the internet about that. Yeah, the Colts got him. Hey, that only beefed up their defense, though. That only beefed up the defense. Yeah, Contreras, man, fuck. Now that you reminded me that, that's going to be a hard fucking team to fuck with on defense because they already had a good defense. An alien visits your Salvo Fox. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I know you're fucking trolling us, but hey, yeah, Sauce is a beast. No, his name is Carlo. That's fucked up. Salvo Fox. That's a good joke, though. That's fucked up, but that's a good joke. But yeah, we were coming down Interstate 40 through Williams, coming from Vegas in Arizona, when me and my sister experienced that paranormal activity, and I just think it was aliens. We just had this weird feeling once we noticed the time wasn't moving, and all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, all 3 clocks, my time on my phone, the time on my sister's phone, and the time on the car, all at the same time, bam, went to 12:30. Bam, all at the same time, when we already had moved through that area. So yes, you have to be careful. Oh, I bet you have, bro. King 7, I bet you have. Spanks, you guys got a good shot at it. Everybody stays healthy, why not? It'd be good to see the Colts in the Super Bowl. You know, they haven't been there in a few years, and anybody but the fucking Chiefs, and I don't want to see the Eagles no more either, bro. Fuck them. You know what I mean? I think it'll be Bills and Colts in the AFC Championship game if they stay healthy. Yo, everybody in here, tap the like, share the video. It don't cost you shit to tap that like. You got a comment you want to drop in the comment section. There's something you want to talk about. What's cracking? Let's get it. Let's get it. We'll talk about anything. You see, when you've been around for damn near 50 years and you've been a lot of places I've been to and met a lot of people, like, you know, you gain a lot of fucking knowledge. This cigar is really good, by the way. It's a new Cuba. Not the expensive Cubans. I ain't got money like that. It's just a new Cuba. It's like a $5, $7, whatever the fuck I pay for these motherfuckers. Yeah, Spanx. Where you from, Spanx? King 7. Yeah, but yeah, bro, I don't doubt it. I do not doubt that you've seen some shit out there. No doubt. No motherfucking doubt, bro. They're everywhere, especially underground, right? And have you guys looked up the Dulce base in New Mexico before? And how they got, you know these deep underground military bases, they go level, floor down, right? They're basically underground skyscrapers is how you describe them. Have you heard about the floors? The further you go down, the more weirder it gets in those dumbs, in those deep underground military bases? Shape-shifting shit. Hey, bro. I do not what's your name or what's your handle? Never been you're alive before. I'm Raw&Uncut 211, bro. I appreciate you, Salvo Fox. Appreciate you for tapping in. Yeah, I've never seen you here before. Yeah, bro. And here's the thing, King 7. Yeah, drop the likes for me. Here's the thing, King 7, is people, these motherfuckers are out here in broad daylight shape-shifting. And people are believing when they catch them on video that it's AI, or they're believing that it's fake. And I believe that's another reason why AI was installed to mainstream folk, because they know there's a lot of video that's going to be coming out of real shit, but they had to throw the conspiracy element. They had to throw the element of, well, it could be fake. It's fake because AI is just running rampant right now, right? And I believe that's how they are fooling people. I believe that's the only reason why they've allowed artificial intelligence to regular folks access to it. You feel me? That's right. I appreciate that, Salvo Fox. Yeah, man. Thank you, Salvo. Oh, from LA, from Southern Cali. What's up, bro? We got homies from Southern California in here. We got homies from Northern California. It's all love. We got homies from everywhere else. There's a couple of homies tapping in the other day from Europe and shit, from Finland and Britain, some of the Canadian homies, some homies from Mexico. Yo, drop where you're from in the comments. I'll give you a shout out. Me originally, I'm from Fresno, California myself, but now I'm out in Phoenix. So, you know what I'm saying? And Phoenix is different. Blue Blee. Yo, it's all love. What's up, Blue Blee, right? Yes, King 7. They are trying to normalize the idea of the shit being caught on camera, the outlandish shit, right? They're trying to normalize that, oh, that's nothing. That way when they fake that alien invasion, people are just not really blown out of their minds and they're kind of just go with it, right? Because when I say fake the alien invasion, I don't believe, I'm not saying that there's not aliens, because of course I believe in them. But what I'm saying is what we're going to be seeing isn't going to be real. You know, what we're seeing isn't going to be real. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, man. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Salvo Fox, are you really from Ireland? Are you fucking around? That's funny. That's hella funny. That's hella funny right there. Ireland. Yeah, hey, wherever you're from, shit. It's a beautiful night though in Phoenix. Somewhere like 66 degrees right now. I'm just in the back of my house right here with the patio, just chilling, enjoying the weather, trying to keep the goddamn, really the cigar is really to keep the fucking mosquitoes away. If there's smoke, the mosquitoes will leave you alone, because they've been out here tearing motherfuckers up, man. And that West Nile running around out here, there's a fucking 15-year-old kid that got stung by a mosquito in Queen Creek, Arizona, like 40 miles from here, 30 miles from here, a few weeks ago, and he ended up paralyzed somehow. And they said it was from a mosquito sting. They said that it was the fucking West Nile and shit. He got West Nile disease. Oh, what did I see on the road? When I was coming, that's what's up, Salvo Fox. When I was coming from Vegas, back in Arizona, we didn't see anything. But once we noticed that the time had stopped for 10 minutes on both of our phones and the car clock, we felt weird when I noticed that it was stuck on 12:20 for minutes and minutes and minutes. As we were coming down, we had this weird vibe. It felt like something was on top of the car, like kind of like monitoring us, like we were being watched. And it's that area of the I-40 when you're coming through Williams, when it's all just windy mountainside. There's no houses nowhere. It's all mountainside. It's like in the middle of fucking nowhere. And if you look up on YouTube, there's stories about that corridor right there where people have seen aliens. They've been followed, where some people have even claimed that they've been abducted over there. You know what I'm saying? That they've even been abducted through that corridor, the Interstate 40, when you come into Arizona from Vegas, going through Williams, Arizona. But, you know, I appreciate you guys up in here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for rolling with me. It's fun to tap in with people that I don't know and that I probably would never, ever know or ever meet in real life. And that's the beautiful thing about the internet. Not when you get them haters coming on and popping up in old ass videos talking shit. It's weird. Like, what's the whole point of that? I would never do something like that. I would never just pop in with a fake profile and talk some shit on somebody's profile. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. Oh, you're blazing some alien cookies? Shit. You ain't said nothing but a word, my bro. And you know, everything else going on, you got the shit with the EBT and the food stamps. That's just a distraction. And to me, this is an experiment. Because they wanted to see again, if they prolong this shit, they got the money for the SNAP benefits. They've got the money, taxpayers like us, like you. We've already paid into this. They have the money. It's just they don't want to release it, right? Whoever it is, whether it's Trump or it's the Democrats or whatever, they're all in it together. It doesn't matter who's in office to me. This is just my opinion. I'm not trying to ruffle anybody's feathers. We're going to get into some politics now. Yeah, bro. Old school, Spanx. Straight up. We all old school, bro. And I appreciate that. Contreras. One love, bro. And, you know, I'm out here in Arizona and homies, they see my red hat and some of them be like, hey, why you got a red Raiders hat, homie? Because at first they think it's a Cardinals hat till they see the shield, right? Oh, why you got a red Raiders hat, homie? I said, you know, I thought we were really going to tear up shit. I'm like, oh, well, it stands for the bloodshed for all the teams. We're going to whoop their ass this year. And now it stands for fucking period blood now because we basically fucking sucking, man. Yeah, Raiders sucking. But that's another story. That's another story. And I'll tell you what, though. Everything that happens in the mainstream, from Diddy to Dre, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, all this shit, the earthquakes, the stuff with Gaza and Israel, the stuff with Iran, the stuff with Trump, the stuff with Obama, the stuff with Gavin Newsom, it's nonstop. Why does it only happen in this country? Because there's a script, because there's a reason. There is a fucking method to their madness. It's all for division, brother. It's all for division. They don't want you tight with your neighbor. There's no more community in the neighborhoods anymore. We don't have a sense of community anymore. People don't throw block parties like they used to. They don't give cookies to somebody or bring some food to them when somebody moves in the neighborhood. Everybody stays away. Since COVID, nobody wants to be associated with no one. Everybody's kind of to themselves. And that was a plan. That was the reason for that, because they want to keep dividing everybody. They want to keep dividing. Yeah, the Jews, Salvo. I got to be careful with some of the words I say, so I can't say some stuff, you know, because they fuck with these videos. But everybody in here, yo, drop a fucking like. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing to drop a fucking like. Yo, share the motherfucking video. Tap in. I'm just a regular dude. I'm not a fucking YouTuber. I'm not somebody who lives my life on the internet. But I do tap in when I can, and I try to tap in once a day just to touch bases with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Touch bases with the folks. Blue B gave you a sub. Hey, I appreciate that, Blue B. Much love. Thank you, my bro. I appreciate that. Jedi. Skater D. Is that Skater D? The Jedi. Skater D, what's cracking, bro? What's up, man? Hey, man, I appreciate, hey, all these new folks tapping in. I appreciate that. See, I don't really go live much, but, you know, my channel got shadow banned like a year ago. I was rising pretty quick. I had like maybe 2,000 subs all of a sudden in a few months, you know what I mean? Putting in a little bit of work, and it started going. And then I started getting a lot of hate on the videos. And I started getting shadow banned. A lot of my videos started getting reported. I was like, dude, I'm a small ass channel. Why they fucking with me for? Bad man. Wigwan bad man. Is that Jamaican, Skater D? Is that some Jamaican shit right there? Well, I'll tell you what. How do you guys feel about it? How do you guys feel about the shit that's going on in the world? Do you feel it's a distraction? Do you feel it's biblical prophecy? Do you feel it's a script? Or do you feel like this is God's will? This is what's going on in the world right now is what God wants. Do you feel that way? Or do you feel like it's a script? Do you feel like it's all a fucking play? It's all WWE? I personally feel that there's a script and they stick to the script to make it look like it's God's will to control people. That's just my opinion. Oh, fuck, that's what's up, Blue Blee. I didn't know that. Shit, what's up? Yes, Skater D. Booyah. The transfer of power, just like they did the transfer of wealth, right? A few years ago, right? And the richer are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, right? All part of the plan. Order out of chaos. There you go, Salvo Fox. Yeah, you know what's up. The NWO, right? The New World Order. I have a hip hop. That's what's up, King 7. Total control, Salvo Fox. Hey, King 7, yeah, bro. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro, that they do that to the smaller channels when we're starting to come up. And you know who I believe it is? I believe it's the other bigger channels that see that you might be in their genre and they see you might be getting some traction and you might be coming with some sauce. It's something a little bit different than what they're doing. And maybe you're a little bit more authentic. So they start reporting your shit, reporting your shit, and reporting your shit. Before you know it, you lose your fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Skater D? They do have their own level in hell. Hey, this conversation right here is good. I'm digging this shit. Keep it going, guys. You know, the Dulce base down there, that third floor they got going down where they got all the fucking hybrid fucking half spider and half horse and half crab and half all these. This is what I believe. They've created aliens. They've made these so-called aliens, right? They've made these, they've bred these, they've crossbreded these fucking beings, right? And they've made these weird, like giant fucking half crabs, half spider, half man, half women, or whatever the fuck, half werewolf, bear, dog, and all this shit. They've crossed these weird fucking animals. And I believe at some point they're just going to release them from the bottom of the earth and let them just roam onto the road. And that's why I'm saying that the alien invasion will be fake in the regard that these will be real beings, but they're not aliens that are coming from another plane. They're right here. They're from here. They're created here. They're born and bred here. And to me, our own government has created these to do whatever they need them to do to us, which is get rid of us, right? Yeah, you're talking about Phil Schneider. Yeah, bro, Blue Blee. That interview you're talking about, Phil Schneider, when that shit first came out, late 90s, I had access to it. And I got that knowledge way back then, and it flipped my mind. But yeah, I know the story you're talking about. Yeah, that's where I got it from, the Dulce base. Phil Schneider, fucking, if you look up more Phil Schneider, which you probably had, once you saw that, then you know what I'm talking about, because that's all the information I got was from him about that. Right? Yep, they live. That's right. My 2 cents. Yo, what's up, my 2 cents? That's right. Once you've tapped out of the matrix, once you've kind of gotten out of that frequency, it's a low frequency of energy, right? Right? The matrix is a low frequency of energy that once you fall into it, it's hard to get out. It's like quicksand. But once you're able to tap out and you look in, from the outside looking in, it's a whole nother ball game. That is truly being awake. That is truly being awake. Hey, thank you, Skater D. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Hey, man, my 2 cents. That's a hell of a, I had to pin that one right there. I had to pin the homie King 7. Now I pin that one. You know, I'm barely learning how to do this live shit. I'm barely learning how to do this shit on YouTube. I'm a novice to the shit. I'm not a professional. I didn't go to school for this shit. I'm not somebody that sits around all day long. I'm learning this shit on the fly, and I've been learning it maybe the last year and some change. But I tell you what, it's so interesting when I see some of these politicians that look like shapeshifters and look like they're shapeshifting, and one of them's Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, if you listen to him, remember the series back, if you folks are as old as me or a little bit older or even a little bit younger, for sure. Once Alex Jones, fuck yeah. Yeah, Alex Jones, one of my favorites, bro. Alex Jones, one of my favorites is too. Yes, Blue Blee, you are correct. Bro, a few years ago, like, this happened to me about 4 or 5 times. The last time it happened to me was about 2 years ago. I started getting messages on Instagram, death threats, talking about that the white hats were coming for me, that I needed to shut the fuck up, I needed to get the fuck off the internet, because 10 years ago, I was posting shit about what's going on now. I was talking about it back then because guys like Alex Jones were telling us. Guys like Phil Schneider. Guys like Jordan Maxwell is another one, right? What do you guys know about Jordan Maxwell? If you know about Jordan Maxwell, tell me about it in the comments. Drop a like, drop a comment. I appreciate you guys subbing. Shit. This is the most interaction. Like, I usually get people popping in. It'll be like 20, 25. Then it'll be like 7, 8, 5, 4, 3. But this is a steady pace of 7, 8, 9, 6. And I appreciate that. I don't need 100 people here watching the live. I know later people will catch it after I post it. But while I'm here and I'm able to interact with people on the live and you feel people's energy, we can't be in the same room at the same time, but you can still connect with the raw energy over a live, right? Lorenzo, what's up? Yeah, hey, same here, bro. All these guys I discovered years ago, thanks to my homie, Joe Beeman, a guy who woke me up, who introduced me to all this shit 30 years ago, right? 35 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm not that old. And Jordan Maxwell, bro. Yeah, Blue Blee, for sure. The energy is wild, right? And Jordan Maxwell, bro, a lot of these guys are dying with all this knowledge, and it's just getting pushed under the rug. Some of their videos are getting wiped off of YouTube, wiped off of Instagram, wiped off the social media, wiped off of Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, right? And it's crazy because when you sit back, it's always the truth tellers that get the shit end of the stick. It's always the truth tellers that end up, and that's the fucked up thing. So I'm not sitting here saying I can make any kind of difference. All we're doing is conversating, and we're talking about interesting shit that we all see. Those who are truly awake, not woke. Not woke, but awake. Yeah, well, you know, My brother's an atheist, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Yeah. Yes, sir, Blue Blee. Hey, my brother's an atheist, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. See, how you feel about regulate AI? They're putting cameras up now. Yeah, bro. Check it out, bro. When they started putting cameras up in the early mid 90s and stuff, there was guys talking about it back then, that all these cameras that were supposed to be for our safety were really being installed to probe us, to watch us, to have surveillance on us constantly. People even put fucking cameras up in their own homes that can be tapped into. I got cameras at my house. My neighbors got cameras. Everything's fucking being, there's surveillance everywhere you go now. And it's all for that facial recognition. It's all for that shit they've been doing in China the last 10 fucking years, right? Because China, everything that's going to happen here always happens in China first, because that's communism out there, right? They do whatever the fuck they want. And that's the testing ground for this planet, for all the technology, for everything. Bro, they got shit in China, right? They got shit in China, right? I know you guys seen it. The robotic legs, limbs, and skins you could put on, and they help you run faster, jump higher. They walk for you, they run for you. You put these things on your legs, these sleeves, and they got artificial intelligence. You start moving. Once you start moving, it picks up your rhythm, and it starts moving your rhythm, and it'll move your legs for you, bro. They already have these artificial intelligence skin suits that you put them on, your arms, your chest, your fucking legs, everything. And they do everything for you. They move for you. You don't even got to move. Once you move once, it'll do it on its own if you want it to. It taps in with your mind. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy, the technology that they have and have had for years. Just like what people were talking about. There was an argument the other day on social media on my page. Not on my page, but on my feed. People that I know, and they were talking about artificial intelligence in the music industry, and how a lot of hip hoppers and rappers, right, how they're fucking mad because they're like, and producers are like, oh, AI and these apps are taking over and it sucks, and fuck you guys, artificial intelligence is raiding the music industry, it's over, it's dead now because AI is involved in it now, so forget about it. What they forget to see, and what they don't know, is they don't know their history. And their history, especially the history in the music industrial complex and entertainment in general. But when it comes to music, artificial intelligence was first implemented in the 1950s into the music business. These big time music executives have been using it for years. Your Dr. Dre's, your Jay-Z's, your Diddy's, anyone you can think of, Clive Davis, Babyface with R&B, Keith, all your artists have been using artificial intelligence for years. And you know how it is. Once they're done with something and they've already used it all up, that's when they pass it on to the fucking us so-called bottom feeders, right? To the bottom of the pyramid, because they're at the top of the pyramid and we're at the bottom. Artificial intelligence. A stands for the pyramid, and intelligence, I, stands for the all-seeing eye. Artificial intelligence. The pyramid, right? The A in artificial, A stands for the pyramid, and the I in intelligence is for the all-seeing eye. That's what artificial intelligence is. Artificial intelligence is work of the beast, in my estimation. Flock, look at it. I'm gonna have to check that out, Skater D. I will when I get a chance. They probably will. Talking about a lot of history to. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Skater D. Yeah. Yes, sir. My 2 cents. You're correct. It's deeper than we all could imagine. Hey, bro. Hey, you are correct. It is way deeper than we could ever imagine. We would never find out. We'll never get to the bottom of that rabbit hole because we'll die first. There's not enough time in our lifetime to get to the bottom of that fucking rabbit hole. Yeah. Very confusing. Skater D, what's wrong with the woke, bro? Well, there's nothing wrong with the woke. I'm not here to attack people. What I was saying is, I think a lot of times that movement of being woke that's been passed around, I think it's there's a misconception, right? When they say woke, they're using that term for another reason, right? For another reason, not for the reason that us who are awake used to use that word. Right? The terminology, we are woke, we're awake, we're not asleep anymore. So I just believe that their version of woke is different than other folks' version of woke. You know what I'm saying? Of being awakened. Because my version of being woke and being awakened is what we're talking about now. Is we see beyond the veil, right? We see that it's a mirage, and we see that it's a play. We see that it's WWE. And those that say that they're woke, a lot of them are buying into the bullshit still. A lot of them are talking, you know, they're stuck into the politics and they're believing left and right when they don't understand it. The old terminology is left wing, right wing, but it's the same bird, right? It's the same bird. And I'm not here to shit on anyone's politics. I'm not here to shit on the left or the right. That's not what I'm doing. I respect everyone's ideas and I respect everyone's, you know, parties or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just giving you my opinion of how I see things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Blue Blee facts. A lot of young generation saying they woke. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Blue Blee. Yeah, Skater D. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. hey, fucking Lorenzo. Yeah, bro. Hey, thank you, Lorenzo. And the Raiders they've been sucking major, bro. They've been on their knees on Parkway Drive in Fresno, California, straight bobbing for food stamps, my Raiders right now, man. My fucking Raiders, bro. It's sad. We ain't had a winning season. I mean, it's been a long time since we've done any damage in the playoffs. We ain't won a Super Bowl in 40 fucking years, you know what I'm saying? And it's looking worse now. And basically, all I watch for now, man, is I don't ever have my hopes high when it comes to the Raiders, right? I don't got my hopes high anymore. And, hey, thank you, Lorenzo. Before the world ends, I don't know, good conversation, bro. Thanks for the time. Hey, Lorenzo, salute, brother. Hey, anybody up in here, if you ain't dropped a like or a comment, yo, tell me who you are. If I've never met you before, yo, salute. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for liking. Like I said before, it don't cost you shit to like the video. If the more you like the video, the more people to like the video, the more it gets out there into the algorithm. And you know how that shit works. I'm barely finding that shit out. Yes, sir, Lorenzo. What's up, UJ? Yeah, Belmont and 99, UJ. My fucking Raiders are on fucking Parkway on their goddamn knees in the A&PM parking lot. They're not even in a hotel, bro. They don't even got money to fucking buy a hotel. Right now, my Raiders are AIDS infested. A&PM next to the dumpster blowing Too Short back in 1986. When Too Short was talking about fucking crackheads next to trash cans, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't believe me, go back to old Too Short's old raps. Here's another thing about Too Short that people don't know. Too Short used to be a crackhead. Back in the days, I knew people that knew him. He was a dirty Mac. He used to he was a bus stop pimp. He used to pimp his bitches from the bus stops. They would bring the money back and he would go buy dope and they would all get high together. He used to smoke Grimmies. Don't get me wrong. Too Short did not hit the pipe. He wasn't basing, but he used to smoke Grimmies. He would break down the crack and roll it in the fucking little strain of tobacco or a little strain of weed and he would blow them like that. They're called Grimmies in the Bay Area. You don't believe me? Too Short even came out with an interview a couple years ago where he said, yeah, he talks about the Grimmy, but he doesn't get too in detail about it. Oh, yeah. I used to live right there, UJ. I used to live behind Big O Market on Clark. I think I might know you. Yeah. I used to live right there, bro. Clark and White. Clark and White right there in them little apartments next to the house on the corner. There's a little like fourplex there. I used to live there, 17 years ago. 16 years ago, something like that. It's been a minute. Oh, what's up, Jose? Hey, what's up, bro? Salute. That's the homie Jose right there. Salute, bro. Yeah, Jose, I was just talking about how I've been getting hate, bro, on my videos here and there. And every time I get some hate, bro, it's somebody from a fake YouTube channel that comments on one of my videos talking shit. And they're always, one thing about their YouTube channel is it's always got something to do with Christ. It's always somebody who's from the Christ. Oh, what's up, Lorenzo? What's up? Oh, what's up? Northern California. Hey, we got homies from Northern California up in here. Southern California, Fresno, California, like the homie Jose. Hey, what's up? Tell your brother I said what's up, bro. Louis, and tell your brother fucking Tavio I said what's up too, bro. I heard that old song we did a while back. I found the file of it, bro, and I was like, oh shit, man, that shit was pretty dope, and it just a lot of shit happened at the time, so I wasn't able to put it out there the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Hey, fucking Raiders, bro. My Raiders, I pray for them that they get it right, but as long as Tom Brady's gonna be there, bro, shit. That puto, to me, I think he hates us, bro. I think he hates us Raider fans, and the only reason he wants something to do with the organization is to fucking just stick it in us. They don't give a fuck as long as they're making money. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck as long as they're making money. And guys like Tom Brady, they're involved in a lot of this shit that we're talking about. They all these upper elites, like the Tom Brady's, all the owners from the sports leagues and the politicians and all these motherfuckers, they all know the shit that we're talking about is true. Yeah, it sucks how they did Oakland, man. And I wanted them to stay in Oakland, bro. I wanted them, Lorenzo, to stay in Oakland, but they wouldn't give us a fucking stadium, man. And the vibe's gone, right? You go to Vegas, the vibe's gone, bro. It's not the same as it was in Oakland. And I never went to a game in Oakland, but you could feel the energy cutting through when you're watching the game at home. And all the people and friends and family I know that have been to games in Oakland, and they would tell me the environment. They would tell me the aura. You know, you smell fucking weed smoke belling through the fucking crowd. Derek Carr's talked about it. Many players have talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And, oh, shit, you got history in Oakland. Fuck yeah, bro. Hey, it's fucked up. I wish they would have stayed, but, you know, shit happens, man. Now they're in Vegas, and at least they got the new stadium, but we got the new stadium at what cost? It's kind of cost us half of our fan base. It cost us our nostalgia, right? We don't got the Raider nostalgia no more. When motherfuckers go play in Vegas, they can't wait to get over there. When motherfuckers would go play in Oakland, they fucking hated it. The away teams hated going to play in Oakland. It was a shithole to them. You know what I mean? Oh, hell yeah, bro. Lorenzo, I bet you that shit was dope. Tailgating out there, shit. It's the Bay Area. It's the motherfucking Bay Area, right? And I'll tell you what, guys, it's good to have folks up in here, man, chopping it up with folks. A lot of you I don't even know personally. I've never met. Some of you are new folks popping up in here, and I appreciate it. But yeah, man, motherfuckers get on YouTube, and they got these channels called Living for Christ or God Saved Me or Soldier for Christ. And then they be talking shit in the comments, bro. And it's like, why would somebody do that? Not just talk shit, but have a fake channel and you're talking about Christ and God, but yet you're dropping comments where you're talking a bunch of shit and being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I believe in God too, bro. I believe in God too myself. You know what I'm saying? I believe. Yeah. What cost, bro? What cost, Jose, did we get that fucking new stadium? Hey, my brother was in the church too for a long time. My brother T. Same thing, Lorenzo. I had to get some water, man, because I've been right here puffing on this cigar, talking for damn. We've been on almost fucking 47 minutes. It don't even feel like it. The night's just kind of moving on by. My cigar is done, though. This motherfucker's out, so I'm going to put that motherfucker down. Put that motherfucker down. Hey, man, but, you know, hey, congratulations to you, Lorenzo. Congratulations to you, brother. You say you plan to get married and do your own thing? Fuck yeah. Hey, Skater D. There's a lot of people that feel that way, bro. I feel you. And like I said, I respect everyone's opinion, bro. I'm not here to shit on nobody. I'm not picking a side. We're all having major diplomatic conversation, right? Yeah, I have to, bro. Blue Bleed, yeah. Man, some of these waters, you notice how some of these cheap waters, bro, you drink them, and while you're drinking them, you're getting more thirsty as you're drinking them. You could drink bottle water after bottle water, and you're still hella fucking thirsty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got divorced years ago, bro. Lorenzo? Yes, sir, Skater D. I got divorced years ago. Jose knows me from when I was still married. UJ? Jose knows me from when I was still married, right when I was going through my issues and I was getting ready to get my divorce. That's when I met Jose and them. Yeah, Blue Bleed. Those cheap ass fucking waters you get from Walmart or you get from any of these other stores or whatever, these off brands. The Niagara seems like it's good, but the other shit, bro, I'll be drinking water, and I'm constantly fucking thirsty. It doesn't stop. Yup. Hey, King 7, I call that crystal geyser because that's what it does to me, bro. It has me fucking dumping like I'm fucking 70 years old and can't hold my fucking shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that bad, but it fucks my stomach up. Yeah, Jose, at that time, I was starting to go through my my divorce. That's why everything kind of fell off because I started partying hard after that, going to parties, getting fucking in problems and fucking shootouts and all kinds of shit. And it's crazy, bro, because I get up here, Jose, and I tell some of these stories and some motherfuckers, it'll always be some dude from way out of left field. Lying. You a fake ass motherfucker. You're a lying motherfucker. You're this. I'm like, bro, I don't gotta prove nothing to these motherfuckers. Like anything I'm talking about is not to glorify it. It's just to bring light to certain things and to tell my fucking story. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah, bro. A blue bleep all day with the water. And King 7, I'll tell you what, bro. That Crystal Geyser, the Arrowhead, and there's another one, bro, that when I drink it, it hurts my stomach, bro. And I don't know if it's the plastics in it. I don't know if it's something in the fucking water, you know what I'm saying? E Mendoza. Hey, bro. Hey, what's up, E Mendoza? What's cracking, brother? Hey, you guys, if you ain't dropped a like yet, drop a like. Hey, I appreciate you. E Mendoza, I never been to a game, bro. I never went to a game in Oakland, bro. I wish I would have, but I never did. But it's that's what I'm saying about the games in Vegas, bro. That's what I'm saying about the team moving to Vegas. I love that we got the stadium, but at what cost? Because the nostalgia's gone. That Raider mystique, bro, is gone at the home games. It's not there anymore, right? Yup, Park is hose water. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. And that's the thing. We grew up, us older motherfuckers, we grew up drinking water from the hose. We grew up drinking water from the hose, and the water was good back then. Now there's all kinds of shit in the water. Oh, E Mendoza, you never went to a game out there in Oakland? Oh, man. You just like me. You just like me, because I never did, but I wish I did. I wish I did. How's the weather where you guys are at? How's the weather, man? All 5 of you in here. How's the weather where you're at? Oh, for reals, King 7? Hey, I'm gonna have to tap in with that, bro, because I know you be making like customized shit. I know you don't just make anything. I know you be making customized shit, right? Jesus, the hose water. Hey, it did, bro. And my grandparents, they used to have their own well, and that water would come straight out the well, and it was top notch. Oh, it's raining right now where you're at, Skater D? Oh, that's what's up. Nice in Southern California. I'm in Texas. It's Cali weather right now. Hey, shit. Well, shit, bro. It sounds like everybody got some great weather right now, right? Hey, much love to your families, dude. I hope all of your families are doing well. If you got kids, your spouses, your mom, your dad, if they're still here with us, my mom and my dad ain't, but if they are, hey, much love, and much love to everybody's families, dude. You know, we gotta spread more love to the families, man, and push more of the family home life. You know what I'm saying? Push more of that tight-knit family that the government's been trying to push everybody away from and divide families up. We need to keep families together, bro. Yeah, King 7. That's what's up, bro. You're gonna have to drop me your fucking email. That's what's up, Lorenzo. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, you in Washington? Fuck yeah. My niece was talking about Seattle and Oregon, that she wanted to move up there because of the weather, because of the rain, right? And I'm just like, hey, that's cool, but they got a high suicide rate up there. I know. They got like the highest fucking suicide rate in the fucking United States, right? Washington? Washington for sure, bro. I'm hitting me a joint, but I'm not doing it on camera because you know how they get, right? So just forgive me. Keep going, guys. Hey, man, if you ain't liked the video, like the video. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's crazy, man. All the shit that's going on. It's crazy that people continue to fall into that hole and continue to fall into that low frequency of energy, you know? Appreciate that, my fam, going through it right now. It'll still be all right. Hey, bro, whatever you're going through, bro, God will see you through. You know, I'm not an overly religious person, but I do know God exists. And whatever it is, whoever it is, I don't know. But I know there's a God, bro, and whatever's going on, God will see you through. That's what's up. That's what's up, Skater D. Shit, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself up there. And my son loves the rain, man. My son loves the rain. Oh, wow, unlimited, I bet fucking unlimited drugs for the scuba for the scuba divers. That's a good one. We got to pin that one. You just reminded me of fucking Cheech. Cheech, I'm going to go scuba diving. Fucking Cheech and Chong. Let's go scuba diving when he's talking about he's going to go pee or whatever the fuck he's going to do. Hey, man, you know, it's crazy, right? We all know somebody that's going through it. We all got family members going through it, close friends, whatever it may be. And it sucks, you know what I'm saying, when people are going through shit. And sadly, some people will be like, well, it's life, you know, it happens. And it is. It is. It doesn't mean it's cool. It doesn't mean it feels good. It doesn't mean it's anything that anyone wants to go through just because it's life, you know what I'm saying? Some people, to me, people are heartless when they say, well, yeah, shit happens. It's life, you know? Yeah, it is, but it doesn't mean it feels good. It doesn't mean that that you're doing well just because it's life. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Barely learning to interact on the live, barely learning to interact with the chats, shit like that, man. This is all fucking new to me, man. I'm approaching a fucking hour. So here in Arizona, it must be approaching 9 o'clock. What time is it West Coast time right now? Is it 8, guys? West Coast? It's most guys here. So do you know my brother with Spanish Fly? Hey, Spanish Fly? What? So Spanish Fly, yeah, I remember him. Freestyle music. Yeah, everybody from California knows who Spanish Fly is. He passed away in Fresno, bro, from COVID. Wow. That's fucking crazy, bro. Hey, my condolences, bro, to you and your family, King 7. My condolences, brother. 815. Hey, King. Hey, much love to you and your family, bro, and rest in peace to your bro, and much love and respect for his contribution he gave to the music industry, and specifically freestyle music. A Spanish Fly is a legend when it comes to freestyle music, and you can't deny his place in that. You can't deny his spot in that. And King 7, hey, you're keeping your brother's you know, legacy alive. Damn, he lived in Selma. I didn't know that, bro. Selma's just right there. Yeah, Selma's right there, bro. I used to pass through Selma every day on my way home from work all the time. I'd get off right there on the 99 and the 43. There's a Taco Bell and shit. There's a Denny's and all that. I'd get off through there and then run into Layton because I was living in Layton at the time. Yeah, King 7, hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it sucks, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know you looked up to your bro, right? And he was your big brother, right? And I know you looked up to him, bro. And I can only imagine, you know what I'm saying? I can only imagine the blow to your soul and your family, bro, and the emptiness that's there. But at the same time, you seem like a strong cat, homie, and you seem like you're pushing along just fine, bro, and you're doing what he would want you to do, which is be strong, keep pushing forward, taking care of your family, keeping your head right, and keeping his name out there, bro, keeping his name alive, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, yeah, you would always go back down to Selma. King 7 used to frequent down there, so you're pretty familiar right there with the 99 and all that. They got all the fucking stores there, the fucking restaurants and shit all right there. Yeah, I used to drive through there all the time, bro. I bet it is, brother. Shit. Anybody else ever in here ever lost a sibling or someone close to them? That shit sucks, man. It's fucked up. You know, someone you got a soul tie with and that you've known your whole life, and all of a sudden they're not here anymore. And then COVID did it, you know what I'm saying? This whole shit when we lost a lot of people, bro, during COVID. That's the fucked up part, right? Is everyone was going through it at the same time, and it was like a dark time, bro. And it's weird because it's almost like right when we feel as a society and as a people that we're starting to get away from that dark energy that was COVID and all that, it seems like something happens to keep trying to pull us back in, and people don't see it, you know what I'm saying? With all the distractions, to me, that is all opportunity for them to pull people back into that dark energy, into that cycle, right? The crabs in a bucket thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, no problem, King 7. Keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up, bro, and I salute you, your brother, your family, all the 3 folks in here. We had 9, we had 10, we had 17, we had 15, we had 20, we had 12. It's been bouncing back and forth. Hey, as long as I got somebody here, I'll stay on for a little while longer. I ain't tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love to conversate, and what we're having right here is great dialogue amongst folks. And hey, man, fucking California's strong in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? The West Coast strong in this motherfucker. Sometimes I get the homies from New York in here. Sometimes I get the homies from Canada. Sometimes I get some homies from Florida, from across overseas. You know what I mean? It's great. This internet thing is great because now it's allowed us to connect and to network, right? And to cut out the middleman. That's what the beautiful thing about this is. But the evil thing about it, it goes without saying. You feel me? It goes without saying. It goes without saying, man. Blue Blee, hey, thank you for stopping in, man. Blue Blee, if you're still up in here, Skater D, man, I appreciate the dialogue. Lorenzo, all these folks that were up in here. There's a few people up in here that were, going back and forth and commenting and having a conversation, and I fucking appreciate that. I can't believe I've been on for a fucking hour. This is like one of the longest lives I've ever been on. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the longest lives for sure. And we've talked about all kinds of stuff, right? We've talked about all kinds of shit, from aliens to football to all kinds of shit. So, hey, to those who didn't catch this video live, hey, it's cool. You'll see it on the replay. You'll see it when it's posted up. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. You and my bro would have gotten along. Yes, sir. I'm sure we would have. It's just that it's just that frequency, that cloth, King 7. It's that cut from the same cloth. You feel me? And we all cut, from that same cloth. I believe people that tap in here, they feel that energy and they're tapping in, right? And there's a lot of people today that I never even heard of, and they've never come to my channel before. And like me, when people come to the channel and they see, oh, he does Raider videos and he does this, he does that, bro, I don't have a niche, you know what I'm saying? I just do whatever I feel like doing that day. Whatever I feel like doing, that's what I do, and I drop it, you know what I'm saying? And people like that, bro, you know what I'm saying? There's not too many folks cut from the same cloth anymore. A lot of them are dying, bro. A lot of them have passed like your brother. And it bothers us because us as a collective soul family, because believe it or not, there's millions of us that are soul family. We don't even know it. But that's why we were connected to certain people. That's why you can meet somebody and never knew them before, but you can meet somebody and tap in with them and they feel like you knew the motherfucker his whole life or something. You're like, man, I feel like I knew this motherfucker. But people don't know why they feel like that, right? Just got a lot of soul ties, man. We don't even know. And we're running into souls in this realm that we ran into before and before and before and before. And we're running into souls right now that we'll be running into in the future probably again. Some good, some bad. Some of us in prior lives were kings, or some of us were peasants, or some of us were slaves. Some of us were fucking warriors. It just depends, right? And that soul and the cycle and the different stops they've had along their journey leading up to where we're at now. You feel me? It's crazy. Yeah, bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. And I have my spiritual awakening, bro, over 20 years ago, and I've never looked back. I've never looked back. And you don't know how many times before COVID I was being called crazy. I was being called stupid. Even some of my exes would be like, this motherfucker's out there, he's crazy. And then as soon as COVID happened, all those fucking people were calling me and texting me, oh my God, you were so right. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Or I'm like, no, it's not that I was right, because I didn't come up with this shit. But there was people that were put here to leave a message. Guys like Jordan Maxwell, guys like Phil Schneider, right? Guys like Alex Jones. And other people out there, guys like your brother, King 7, his message was through the music, right? His message was left through the music, and that's his legacy. But at the same time, he was also a real person, like you're saying. He was also a real person, bro. Yes, sir, Blue Blee. I'll touch on that. Another person did shed light on me. His name is Joe Beeman. He's a family friend. He was a few years older than me. And one night when we finally hung out, because he hung out with my uncle, and I had my own little thing with my brothers and my homies and shit. And one night we were hanging out at the same spot together, and we start chopping it up. We're smoking and we're drinking, and this conversation got deep. And the first thing he asked me was, hey, Rob, fuck it, I'll say the truth. We're partying hard. This is over, almost 30 years ago. Partying hard, man. We're fucking doing lines of coke. We're fucking smoking weed. We're drinking. It's a big ass party. Joe's there. A bunch of other people there. A lot of family members we knew, mutual family and friends and stuff like that. And yeah, we start chopping it up. And he says, do you believe in aliens? And I looked at him and said, fuck yeah, I believe in aliens. He said, why? I said, because why do we think as people that this belongs to us? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, yeah, we believe that the earth belongs to us, that we own the earth, because we live here. I said, there was motherfuckers here before us. There's motherfuckers here that were here before us that are still here and probably living underground. And he stood up and he goes, motherfucker. He goes, damn, Rob. He goes, I got some shit to talk to you about. And from that moment, bro, me and him clicked up. He showed me books, gave me a lot of verbatim knowledge out of his mouth. I mean, hours of conversations. There was a point when I got divorced, right before I got divorced in 06, 05, where in between, I left my sister at my apartment, and I left because I was having problems with my ex, and she was going over there trying to get me put in jail, trying to bring the cops over there, trying to rat on me because of the stuff that I was involved in at the time. And she was trying to get me in trouble. So I left, and I told my sister, you stay at the apartment. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to go stay with Joe. So I ended up going to stay with Joe for like 2 months at his house, because he had an open room in his house in Fresno, where we're from, off of Glen over there. And I was living there with him for 2 months. And during that fucking 2 months, oh my God, the knowledge that I gained, the books that I read, the guys he introduced me to the Alex Joneses. He introduced me to David Icke, which some of David's shit is on point and some of it's kind of, but he has a lot of truth, right? And he introduced me to those guys. And then from there, I started doing my own research, and then I found the Jordan Maxwells, right? And then I found the Phil Schneiders, and then I found other things, and then then we started talking about the Illuminatis and the elites, and we started talking about the reptilian race, and we started talking about who the real JEWSs were and who the fake ones were, and stolen cultures and stolen identities through history in Egypt and all. That rabbit hole just goes so weak, it fucking go on for days in this motherfucker. But Joe Beeman is the one who awakened me, Blue Blee. Yeah. Hey, for real, King 7, shapeshifters everywhere. So my boy Joe Beeman, he's the one who woke me up, and then I kind of ran with it, and we've kind of grown together to where now we don't talk as much, but now when he does tap in, he's like, Rob, have you heard about this? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard about that. And he's like, here, I'm gonna send you something on it. Bam, bam, bam. Like, there's, in the next live I do, I'm gonna come on live tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about how one of my close friends back east, an older man, I gotta be careful with what I say. He gave me a memo. He sent me a memo about 14 years ago. 10-page memo. He goes, I'm going to send you this, Rob. It's from a friend of mine who works with the intelligence. I won't say it because I don't want it to trigger them, but the highest intelligence in the United States works for them. And this is the reason they came up with probation in the inner city on the youngsters back in the late 80s, early 90s, when they started with the probation, putting everybody on probation. And it was the 10-page memo that was sent from the White House to the intelligence, telling them that this is what they needed to do moving forward with a certain ethnicity of young men and women, mainly Mexicans and blacks, in the inner cities. And they needed to focus on them and try to make sure that any little crime that they committed, even if it was a petty crime or a serious crime, that no matter what, they would be needed to be put on probation. And so I'm gonna leave you with this. The first word in probation is what? Probe. What does probe mean? See what I'm saying? So there was a reason why they came out with probation and why they started utilizing that tool and putting everybody on probation to probe people, to be able to have to be able to legally stalk people, because that's what probation officers do. They stalk you. They watch your every move. They check up on you. They park down the street. Basically, it's called gang stalking. And we'll get into that tomorrow. When I come back, we're going to get into that tomorrow. We'll talk about gang stalking. We'll talk about probation and why the intelligence network of the United States, and I want to say the CI, you do the rest. They were given paperwork from Washington, D.C. in the mid-'80s and were told that this is what they needed to do. This was a plan to make sure they kept young blacks and Mexicans stuck in the cycle of law enforcement corrections. Tomorrow, I'll drop that knowledge on you guys. There was a 10-page memo that was sent to me about 15 years ago, and I'll drop more about that tomorrow. You don't want to miss that, man. You guys tap into that. No, yeah. Hey, Blue Blee, listen to me, bro. Listen to me. That shit is real. I have firsthand knowledge of it with myself, and with my brothers and with other people. And when I drop this shit on you guys tomorrow about what their plan was and what their end game is for it, and was the reason why they created it in the first place, and the way that they used it to keep down generations of young black folks and Mexican folks, everything will make sense. So yo, I got to get up out of here though, guys. But hey, Blue Blee. Yes, sir, King 7. Then you know what I'm talking about, Blue Blee. I will tap in with you guys tomorrow, dude. Tomorrow. I appreciate you guys staying up in here with me. Much love to you guys, bro. But tomorrow I'm going to try to get on about same time, probably about 6:37 Pacific time, a little bit earlier. And I'm going to drop that shit on you guys about that shit with probation, gang stalking, and all that. And your mind will be blown. Your mind will be blown. Blue Blee, King 7, much love, salute. You guys have a good evening, bro. And I will tap in with you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. Much love. And